Hi everyone. Okay, so today's video is on behalf of Shardee Nail Shimmers again. This is part 2 and this is how to apply your nail foils over gel polish. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do it. I'm going to show you one where you just randomly dot foil over the tacky layer of your gel polish. The second one is where I'm going to use foil adhesive and let it air dry. And the third one is where I'm going to use foil adhesive and dry it in a UV lamp. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is the air dry adhesive, because that does need time to sit and dry. So I'm just going to show you here, this is the Shardee Nail Shimmers transfer foil adhesive, which she sells in her eBay store. I will leave a link to that below. And you get your adhesive and you do a very thin coat over your tacky layer of your second colour coat of gel polish and wipe off any excess. Make sure you've got the entire nail covered, wipe off the excess and leave it to dry. So we'll come back to that last. So the second one that I'm going to do, I'm going to use the foil adhesive again, and I'm just going to apply this again, a very thin coat over the entire nail, wipe off any excess, and this is going to pop into my UV lamp for 2 minutes. Now at this stage I should mention, if you're using an LED lamp, you would pop this in your LED lamp for the same cure time as you would for one coat of your gel polish. So whatever time you use, that is what time the foil adhesive goes in the lamp for. And also cheap brands of LED and UV products will shrink the foil and it will pull away from the nail, causing it to peel off at the glue layer. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so this goes in my UV lamp for 2 minutes. So this has been in the lamp for 2 minutes. Now, just in case you're curious, I do cure my adhesive every time I use the nail foils on gel polish, because I just find I do get a more consistent full coverage. So just in case you were wondering why I do cure it, I just prefer to cure it rather than air dry. Either way works fine, but this is my preferred method. So the foil I'm using for this is a lovely flower foil, and it is a transparent foil, so I've got a pretty pink background. So you just place your foil over the nail, get a cotton pad, I'm using a plastic backed pad, pop it over the nail and then give it a vigorous rub. And keep it in the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So really vigorous rub. Make sure that you've covered the entire nail. And then when you think you have, you need to very carefully pull back the foil and you will have a lovely coverage. So there you can see you've got a beautiful flower nail and you've got your beautiful gel polish showing through there. Now I will top coat that and I will show you this at the end of the video. So this last technique I'm going to show you, I'm doing over black gel polish and the inhibition layer is on the nail. I haven't removed it. I'm using some beautiful pink holographic foil here. It is literally a dab on technique. So all you do is you have your dull silver side down and you literally just dab it on the nail in random patterns. And you don't need to dab it all over the nail, you can just do different bits and bobs. So you've got patches of the pink on the nail. Now you might notice this is going a little bit dull, but it will be perfect when you put your top coat on. So you can do as much or as little as you like. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to add my top coat. So I've got a UV top coat here. And I'm just going to pop that on. So you can do any colour. Black and silver look absolutely stunning together. I think any colour does look pretty. And it's just great for a feature nail. So I'm just going to pop my top coat on. So load up my brush. And I'm just going to apply a top coat. Now, for safety, you could do 2 top coats to avoid any peeling, but I usually get away with 1 with this type of patchy look. So I'm just making sure I've just got enough gel polish on my brush, because these colour pops are quite large. So just float your gel polish over your nail, make sure it's all covered, and make sure your free edge is sealed to stop any lifting. And then this would go into your UV lamp for 2 minutes, or if you were using an LED lamp it would be as per your top coat for that. Okie doke, so that's going in the lamp for 2 minutes, and I'll be back when it's finished. To the first nail that I did, which was the adhesive that I was letting air dry. That has now had plenty of time to air dry, so I've got another. This is probably one of my favourite foils. This just reminds me of, I realise it's holographic, but it reminds me of the water. It's stunning now. Shardee Nail Shimmers has this in several colours, and isn't that just gorgeous? And you can really see how pretty it is on the camera, which is great on the video. You don't always get that when you have a still photo. So exactly the same principle. You grab your adhesive, pop it on the nail, get your pad, the plastic back pad, you can get these on eBay, they're dirt cheap, and just give it a good rub. And just make sure you get all the way down the sides. If you do miss something, it is a good idea. This is why I do a silver base when I use a silver foil, because if you do miss some and it doesn't pull off in a perfect coverage, the silver underneath sort of disguises any little mistakes. So it's a good idea to use a corresponding colour when you are trying to do a full coverage. Okay, so that's had a good rub there, and I'm just going to very gently remove the backing, and as you can see, that's covered brilliantly. So I will pop my top coat on now. So exactly the same as I did before, just float your top coat over your nail. Now a decent UV top coat will not eat the nail, eat the foil. You'll have exactly the same pattern as when you started. You won't have any issues with it dissolving it. As I said, inferior products can dissolve this when you are using it with UV products, but good quality ones don't. So make sure you've sealed your nail properly. Now with this, with full coverage, I always do 2 top coats just to avoid any peeling. So that should be well and truly enough. So I'm just going to pop that in the lamp for 2 minutes, and then I'll bring all 3 back to show you the finished results. So these are finished nails, and as you can see with the top coat on, they're beautiful and shiny. There's no eating into the foils. These have turned out lovely. So on the left, I've got the dab on technique, which, as I said previously, you literally dab that onto the inhibition layer of your gel polish, then 1 coat of top coat. The one in the middle is full coverage, which was applied over air dried foil adhesive, and I would do 2 top coats on a nail of this type of foil so that it is well and truly sealed in. And then the right hand side is the transparent foil, so you use a pretty colour in the background with your gel polish, and then you pop the transparent foil over the top. I would probably also be inclined to top coat this one twice, just so that you prevent any peeling. And aren't these just gorgeous? I hope this video helped you. I will leave all of the information to Shardee Nail Shimmers in the description box below. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you need any information from me at all, or you've got any questions, leave them in the comments box below and I'll get back to you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so, because I always have videos every week. There's something new going up. And yeah, so stay tuned. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. Bye.